It's Monday. It's 7:46, not 7:30, and we're live.
Yadla
Oh
imnyama,
gosh.
yadla imnyama, yadla imnyama,
Gosh.
yadla imnyama,
Now
yadla
now
imnyama, yadla imnyama,
uzongitshela ukuthi
yadla
idla
imnyama.
ngaphambili ngemove.
Ngiyakutshela bathi kumele nisapho ukuya estradini manje because bathi pirating anishana manje sesitradini. So you must stay indoors.
Brilliant goal. Yeah, out of nothing. Actually, cheers, how you doing? Before we get
Nah, I'm
carried
good. I'm
away
good.
with Ezimnyama Ngenkani, yeah, before we even, how are you doing?
Nah, I'm easy, man. I'm easy. Can't complain, man. And you?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. And plus, if you complain, who listens? Yeah, a goal out of nothing. And I was switching in between my games and whatnot. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant goal. I don't know why that kid is not going to the under 20 World Cup. It would be nice to actually watch him there because Amachita are doing
Pretty
things
well.
there. Yeah, I've made it through to the last 16. I think we're playing on Friday. SABC is going to broadcast the game. So yeah, but anyway, I'll let you take your moment and celebrate and give your views on your team, and then after 2 minutes, I will then move on to real football.
No, Pirates played really well, but in the past few games, and the fact that you mentioned that this Mbogazi should have gone to the other 20, I can just imagine how many games Pirates would have lost without Mbogazi in his side
Hello,
the
guys.
past few weeks. How's it, Shiva?
He comes in late, walks in the middle of a conversation, and he has to announce himself. Shivar, just
I'm
wait,
just saying
man.
hi. I'm just
Hold
saying
on.
hi.
This man is celebrating his mighty pirates, as he calls them. Let's give him his 30 seconds. It's almost done, and then we can speak about real issues.
Yeah, no, I mean we have to represent the big teams in South Africa, so that's probably the most important thing. All of the other big teams are out, so we have to fly the flag high, especially for Soweto.
Okay, cool. You've had your 30 seconds. Shivar, how are you, bud?
I want to hear more about pirates.
Nah, fuck pirates. I
Nah,
was
I'm good,
playing
guys.
nice.
I'm good.
I was playing nice, and then he took it over. But I gave him 30 seconds, and he went on like 45-second rant. But anyway, how are you doing, Shivar?
I am good. I am good.
Good.
How are you doing, Gubani?
Nah, I'm good, man. I think
You're
you are
very
the
good.
star.
Very
You
good.
you are the star of the show.
Why?
I
Why?
don't know where you guys are wanting to
I
start.
am the
You wanting
star
to
of
start
every
about
show.
yeah. You want to start with the elephant in the room? In that Amran has been able to win 2 games in a row. Oh, was it 2 games in a row? Okay, actually,
No,
and
they lost
No,
to
no,
Brentford, didn't they?
yeah,
oh,
yeah. They
Yeah.
won 3 games at home in a row.
oh yes, that's the stat I'm
Yeah,
looking for. Or
yeah.
you want to just jump into Merseyside and just speak about what's going on Anfield. Anfield, it is.
X is not here, so
Like,
Okay. I guess we're talking about Liverpool. Yeah, this is slots Liverpool. But I I don't even want to say crisis. I don't think it's a blip. It's a little more than a blip. There's some issues that need to be resolved, but I do believe we have the resources to resolve it. I'm concerned about Konate's injury, but I think I mentioned that even before the season started, that I'm worried about our centre backs' injury record. So nothing really new there. Um, City look very impressive, so I do have one eye on them for the title. And Arsenal, look, I
we'll
need
get
to
we'll
see.
get we'll get to the pretenders. Let's speak about
Okay,
your
ask
team.
me a question. Ask me a question about my team.
What went wrong? Okay, because I
I
remember
can tell you what went wrong.
you had
I,
that
I
that boy. You had that boy. What's his name with the weird surname starts with a Q?
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. And you let him go. That was like a puzzling one. I think everyone was confused in that you are going to be competing in quite a number of tournaments or whatever you want to call them. The one thing that you'd want is to have a backup for each and every position that you have, and you let go of this boy. But anyway, that's your defense. And I think there was a reliance on, well, Van Dijk hasn't been injured in a very long time. The only time he got
Since
injured
that
was
injury,
since that, yeah, with the Everton keeper. And then Konate also not injury prone. Then you move to the middle, and I
Konate
think
is injury prone.
Yeah, Konate gets injury
Konate
prone.
is injury prone. So
Just look at
at the
him, the
start
way
of
he
the
plays.
season, I said Konate is injury prone and Joe Gomez is a very, very good player, and I'm very comfortable with him next to Van Dijk, but he tends to get long injuries. He doesn't get many injuries, but he has long injuries. So that was my concern. Then we bought this kid, Leone, who played so well against Southampton, and then he did his ACL straight into the advertising boards. Um, and then Kwanzaa. So why I wasn't too upset with Kwanzaa is because two reasons. The first reason is he didn't really play that much last season. Slot obviously didn't like him and didn't like how he doesn't challenge much in the air and he tends to lose those duels. He's very good at clearing, but if he's got a man that's challenging him, he's not on the level, let's just say. And I think Slot had an issue with how long he takes on the ball as well. With Klopp, it didn't really matter because the way we played, our centre backs generally had more time on the ball because we pushed. Um, Slot, we don't have that luxury, and I think he just was not the right player for Slot at the time. So I'm okay with that. The second reason is he's pure profit, and we sold him for the same amount that we bought from Pong for. So kind of balances the books. We missed out on Guehi, and I also think selling Kwanzaa, we we had some assurances on Guehi, both from the palace owner, I forget his name, Parish, as well as Kwanzaa himself. But
Not Kwanzaa,
then
Gay himself, yeah.
Guehi, yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
But then obviously Glasner comes and blows that up. So that's our defense. I think where the actual problem is, and I said this again at the start. The very first game I watched, I said I didn't like how our fullbacks were playing. I think there is probably where I'd look first. Um, Frimpong or Bradley, but mostly Frimpong. He is so good going forward, but he needs to understand when to go forward and when to overlap Salah and when to sort of just stay behind Salah and let Salah do what he needs to do. I think Frimpong is coming inside, and I think on the other side, Kirkes is also playing very narrow. You see, he's always narrower than Gakpo when the ball is on the left. And whereas when Robertson comes on, Robertson has the experience to know when we have the ball, he's wider than Gakpo. When the opposition has the ball, he's narrower than Gakpo. And I think if we can sort that out, then we can then go on to the next issue, which is the midfield. But that's the issue for me is to create width. It forces Salah wide and it forces Gakpo wide. And I don't know how many times I've seen Gakpo cut inside and shoot and hit the first man. And it's simply because he has more men to beat because he's playing wider than he normally is. And he doesn't have a fullback overlapping who's taking a man away from him. I think
before
Slot
before I
will.
lose before I lose this thought, I know you're moving to the middle now. I just want to go back to the defense where you were speaking about Bradley or whoever is going to be playing behind Salah. It reminds me of Madrid when they signed Beckham, where Beckham had what's his name,
Gary
Roberto
Neville.
Carlos behind him. No, they signed him when Madrid signed
Oh,
Beckham. Yeah,
who was the right back? I don't even know.
yeah. So no, no, it
Not
was
Salgado.
Carlos.
Just
yeah.
Salgado.
The agreement,
Salgado.
yeah, the agreement was that you stay up front, you stay there, and I'm going to handle the defensive part, which was a very easy thing to do back then, which is very difficult to do right now.
Yeah, but
I've
Salgado was shit
noticed,
going forward. I think he has like
yes,
2 goals his whole career.
I've noticed with Salah in that he's at the point of his career where he needs someone who's just going to sit behind and then because he hates defending. I don't know if I'm the only one who saw it, or
I don't
who
think he
was
hates defending. I think
he doesn't
he,
want to do it.
he doesn't want to do it, but there's a difference between not wanting to do it and hating it. Because when he needs to do it, he does it. Like last season when, hey, Enzo, what?
This guy.
Ngubani, what were you doing with the kid?
No, he just wants to come and
Oh,
say
he
hi.
found his way there. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, cool. I thought you had him there on the side this whole time.
Another. Yeah. So and it's something that what's his name, Enzo Maresca went and spoke on, or was it Cucurella, who went and said, well, there is a question mark around Salah tracking back, and we can expose that. And I think if everyone continues doing that, because the minute that a team is attacking Liverpool, Salah runs a bit back and he doesn't come all the way because he then becomes the outlet when you
Mm,
guys decide to
mhm.
be offensive.
Yep.
So you,
And
you
therein
retrieve the
lies
ball,
another problem, right? Because
yeah, you retrieve
it
the ball, and
worked.
then he's
He's
then
up.
the outlet. Yeah.
Here's the thing. It worked last season, and I watched a montage of this. It worked last season because Trent could find him no matter what. Trent's passing was that specific pass, second only to De Bruyne, right? We don't have that anymore, and that's why Soboslai found himself at right back. So when Soboslai is at right back, Krizo, okay, Krizo, you're talking about something completely different here. Anyway, when Soboslai is at right back, you find that we do sort of get forward a little bit more, and that's because he has a little. He doesn't have that pass, but he has a little bit of that vision in him to play out. Um, Centre backs. Number one, Konate has been like he's suffering from, I don't know, the water in Madrid, and yeah, it's not looking good. You can see he's not the defender that he was last season.
But like with I don't know, cheese. I would like you to contribute on this. If you know that you've got contract talks coming up soon, the one thing that you do is you put in performance after performance after you put in 8.9, 8.9, 8.9.
He doesn't need it though.
Basically,
He doesn't need
what
it
you're
because he
doing,
knows if Liverpool don't give him what he wants, Madrid will. So
And also, it's probably solid now because Saliba signed an extension,
yeah,
so that pretty much
yeah,
settles the fact that
seals
he's
it.
the only option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
so it
then
checks
Van
out.
Dijk. Van Dijk has probably been our second most consistent player this season. You guys are gonna make to run away and okay, actually there is a reason. Go and watch that goal again. You will see, actually go watch both those goals again and you will see, right? Van Dyke is shaped to track the pass to whoever it was that was going to be on the receiving end. If he pushed up and Caicedo played that pass, everyone will be going out on about how Van Dijk was out of position. He made the right decision. That was McAllister's job to be covering Caicedo, and McAllister bottled it. Van Dijk, in theory, drops to cover the pass, cuts out the pass, and we're like, what a defender this guy is. But because Caicedo hits it, and the keeper does get a hand to it, not just a fingertip, a hand to it, but it still goes in. Everyone is now memeing Van Dijk, saying he ran away. He didn't run away. There's more than one player on the pitch, right? And then, just to prove the point, the second goal, Gravenberg found himself in that situation. And what does he do? He pushes up and he doesn't see the pass, and that leaves Esteval with the tap in.
Okay, breathe. Cheese, your views.
All I'm gonna say is it's been coming. Like it's not that Liverpool have been solid the whole season. They've had good games. They've managed to close them out when they needed to, but they haven't been flawless. Is probably the right word.
Mm.
I think every single time people watch Liverpool, please, oh, who's commenting? And I always say the same thing is that people criticize teams that they know can play better than they currently play. If we don't criticize, we know Man United are where they are because they're where they are. It's the same thing about Van Dijk. We know we can be better. We know Kunata can be better. We know whoever can be better. But like every single team, same reason for Chelsea, for all these other teams. As soon as you get new people in, the style of play has to change to get those players to adapt. Because now you've invested 40 million on the right back, you need to get your money out of it. So you're gonna have to try to find a system that works for them. And currently, how whatever is happening is also affecting Salah because we all know what his output is, and if the team isn't replaying at 100%, then he doesn't do what he needs to do, and those are the seasons that Salah struggles. Salah always struggles in the seasons where there's a bit of transition and there's a few players who still need to understand him. And he said it himself, actually. Salah. He
But
said,
define struggles, Cheese, because Salah's worst season was 19 goals, 19 league goals. That's a
No, no, no.
struggling season for him.
I mean, if Liverpool go a season without a trophy, and then again, if Liverpool go a season without a trophy, and any team, if you're in the season without a trophy and you have 25 goals,
It means
that's not a
nothing.
great season. It,
Yeah,
it doesn't mean anything, right?
yeah.
Because you've chalked up the stats, but all of us are suffering from sitting in fifth,
Mm.
right? So at the end of the day, people just need to get acclimatized to playing with each other.
Yeah.
We all know how good Isak is.
Yep.
That's not what we're seeing with
So
Isak is not what we
We'll,
know.
we'll get to
that's
the
actually my
front
third
line.
problem. I have a
Oh,
second problem. So my first problem was around the new players not bidding in properly, and um, the another sort of repercussion of that has been McAllister's. He hasn't had a good game this season. Gravenberg has been pushing forward a little bit more, which I'm not too sure about. I prefer him sitting, but McAllister, he doesn't have the pace, which we all knew. But it was fine that he didn't have the pace because he always controlled the game. Now he's not controlling the game anymore, and he's not covering up defensively. So I think we need to look at that. Um, and then Verts,
Injuries,
Lemac, Merry Christmas. I'm talking about Verts. Verts really
Shiva,
needs to
Shiva,
settle in.
Shiva. Before you go to Vets and make your friend happy, Olamek, um, for McAllister, is he not playing with injuries? I feel like he's like
I
I
think,
haven't watched it
I think
because he doesn't even
no,
play.
but he apparently he's been playing with the same injury last season as well. So maybe
No,
it's just caught up to him. But even before that, he was never the fastest,
no,
right?
no. It's
yeah,
not
So
but
about pace. It's never been
still,
about pace for him.
at some point, if he is playing with an injury, at some point
he needs
they
a
have to
holiday.
make a call.
Yep.
Yeah, they have to make a call, and we're not talking. Okay, I know that Liverpool comes first right now, but we've got the World Cup loading in like
Yep.
freaking almost. It's less than a year.
Hmm.
So if we are still talking that he's going to push through the injury and whatnot, yeah, I
That
noticed
could be
that
his career
he's
done.
not.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see him playing 90 minutes.
Mm.
I don't know why. I
Hmm.
just don't see 90 minutes in him. And I was making the excuse for him because I like him as a player that he's coming back from an injury and maybe it's just taking a bit of time for him to trust his
Yeah.
body again.
Yeah. I think so
And
as well. But I think
yeah,
he needs a holiday. I think he just simply needs to. Plus, he just had a kid like 2 weeks ago. I think he just simply needs 2 weeks just recover, stay at home, rest, recover, do your recovery training at home, and then come back. Once you are ready, once you are fresh again. Um,
yeah, but
yeah,
the game doesn't work this way. Has he made the Argentinian squad? Because if he's going to be
I
traveling
don't
with the
know.
Argentinian
I
squad
don't know.
now, and they're
He
in South
hardly,
America, it's going to.
he hardly gets games for Argentina. It's true to his form.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm
I
saying. That's
think
how I
I
feel
think
like he's
I don't know
struggling.
if he's made the Argentina squad. I hope he hasn't for selfish reasons, but yeah, I don't know about that. Um, and then our attack. Okay, point three. I'll speak about my point three before I speak about my point two. With Ekitike, Salah, Gakpo, with that front line, we don't have the same pressing bite that we did last season, where it was Diaz and Darwin or Diaz and Jota. They had that fight in them that I will clip at your heels all day long.
Yeah.
Gakpo tries, but that's
It's not
just
in
not
him
who he
though,
is.
and
It's
he
not
ends
in
up
him.
fouling. He ends
And
up
he
getting the
ends up fouling
foul.
or he ends
Yeah,
up going too early and not with the rest of the team. Ekitike doesn't really understand the press yet, but it's fine because he's new. So I can give him that excuse for now. By the come the end of the season, that needs to be have been sorted out. And Salah will give him the excuse because he is an old man now, and I think his output last season has shown that he can get away with it. But even when prime Salah, he was the weakest of the three in the front for pressing.
yeah.
He's okay at tracking back, but that's just because he has legs. But pressing, he's not. Again, he's similar to Gakpo. He will do it, but he's not happiest doing it. And then we've removed Sabozlai from that 10 position, and he was also very good at pressing last season. If you look at our press now, it looks disjointed. It looks. It's not a lack of effort. It's a lack of. It's not as quick. It's not as sharp. It's not as instinctive as it was previously.
Maybe I'm
And
biased, but
mhm,
is Savaslai creative?
he's
He was a deep
he's
lying sort of.
yeah, he's
No, no,
he's not
I'm saying as
Kevin
a
De
player.
Bruyne.
I'm saying
He's
I'm
not
saying as a
No,
David
no.
player.
Silva.
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
is he creative? Because that role that you've got him playing at, I don't I don't like it for him. I prefer further back. But now you've got a bit of a problem in that Gravenberg has come in and he's decided that 6 and 8
No, he can't
position.
play there. He can't play with Gravenberch's play. He can't
No,
play the holding.
no.
He can play the
He's
box.
been very good at right back, and when he
Yeah.
has played Cam, he's a different kind of creative. He creates his chances by causing havoc with his
Over
pressing,
his
with
presence.
his
Yeah.
energy, and with his getting into the box. The
And
way I can
shooting.
put it is he's more Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard than David
Yeah, he's
Silva
a
under
box.
Iniesta.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the box to
Box
box in your
crasher.
midfield
That's
three
what
Yeah.
X
because
calls them.
Wirtz is the
Yes.
10.
Versus the 10. Exactly.
But
Um,
I was thinking though, Shabal, I mean, because I honestly don't rate Gakpo. I never even thought that it would be a situation where you guys would actually let go of Diaz ahead of him. Is there not a chance for Isak to play that wide left?
I think he needs to settle. I think it's more like Ekitike will play wide left, simply because I think Ekitike, when he learns a press, does have more energy to press.
You guys are gonna
Isak,
kill
I
me.
don't know if Isak, maybe Ots and Adrian can correct me, but I don't see him as a pressing machine. He'll probably be in the same boat as Salah, where he will do it, but it's not really what you want him doing. It's not how
You
you
guys are
want
gonna
him spending his
kill me.
energy.
But I
Because I
think
think he has a
Isak
lot
is
of technique
tired.
and energy. No, man, I just think. Remember, you're now gone for 150 something odd, and that as much as people speak about it, it does affect you as a player, right? And you're in a new team, and the expectation is always high. Liverpool won the league, you're there in a team to be number 9 for them. I just think he just needs to get minutes and his belts, just to relax. Um, that's what I'm saying. Even a change of position, sometime a left wing, let Ekitike play because I think Isak probably has a bit more technique to curl the ball if he cuts in from
Mm,
the left, pretty much
he
something that
does.
I don't think Ekitike would. Ekitike would probably smash it to the corner flag.
Yeah.
So you probably have a bit more in terms of them and height as well at the front now. So if you do have to play that Van Dijk long ball, you do have two people now to aim at.
But there's my problem. We have height in the front, but we've got our left footer on the right holding the width, our right footer on the left holding the width, and then the two guys who are supposed to be putting the cross in coming in narrow. So I think we need to sort that out. That's where, for me, that's like problem number one that we need to sort out. And then the team just needs to sort of get used to each other. Like I was explaining today that whoever plays at right back, if Kirkes sees that guy coming inside, then he's got to stay wide. He's pretty much got to do the opposite of whatever his right back does. If right
Mm.
back goes, he's got to sit. He can't play his own game anymore. This isn't Bournemouth. And that right back needs to see what is Salah doing, and I need to be basically the dummy runner for Salah or cover for Salah. I mustn't now, because I'm new, start trying to outshine Mo Salah on the right flank, because that's just taking it out of the whole team. So I think that will be solved with time and with coaching. Will it be soon enough for us to still win the league? That remains to be seen. I think we will sort it out. Um, but the second point, and it's something that I mentioned a little bit flippantly in the group, and I don't want to tell people how to think and how to feel and all of that stuff, but we have to be honest about ourselves on the Jota thing. It could have gone two ways. It could have really revved the guys up, but it also could have flattened them. And I think that's what's happening, because we looked really revved up, but then when we concede a goal, we sort of look flat again. And I think Slot even did come out and say in one of the games, I don't know which one it was, where we were in a bit of a pickle, and he looked to the bench because he was about to sub on Jota, and he realized, oh shit, I actually don't have him anymore. And I think that is taking its toll on the players. Van Dijk mentioned today about off the pitch issues, and in the first game when Salah scored, he did the Jota celebration, and he stayed on the pitch for like 2 minutes, looking at the fans singing his song and crying. So I think that is having a bit of an impact. I don't know how to sort that one out. Um, and Also, there was another thing on the fans need to stop singing his song at minute 20. I don't know if it's helping the team. I think we just need we need to, yeah, again, I don't want to tell people how to feel, but I feel we need to move on. We need to accept it. And yeah, he would not want us to be second in the Premier League, and we're second in the Premier League.
I hear you. I hear you. And to be honest, we've spoken about this, that we sometimes view these players as super
Robots.
yeah, super robots. I like that.
Super robots.
The super robots guys, it's a personal joke that we have. Cheese will explain what super robots is when you get to Cheese's team. Sorry, Cheese, we're speaking about players being robots or not.
Flips
I think
robots.
yeah, we sometimes forget that at end of the day they're human beings, and that void that Jota left, it is going to be felt in some way, be it how he presses, whether he's a starter for this game or whether he comes off the bench to go right ahead and give you minutes, and it's rather unfortunate. But what I'd like to have an understanding on is your manager's tactics sometimes. I don't know whether he's asking for too many answers at the same time. Um, Moving Gravenberch to replace did he Konate, right? Like did he move him
Konate.
for yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I get that Gravenberch is a brilliant all-round football player, but I didn't understand that. In that area requires quite a bit of discipline, and
Mm.
you're playing next to another player that you're holding hands with, the four and the five. They always have to hold hands. Reason being, they have to have an understanding that if there's an attacker, are you going for him or am I going? I don't think he's ever played in that role. I get it that he tries to
He
move
has. He
players
has
around
actually. He
for
has
your
played at
team.
centre back before. Yeah,
Oh,
he's played at centre back before for us. My okay. The thinking behind it, and he was proved right. When Gravenberch moved to centre back, our ball progression became better, right? But then it had a flip side. The flip side was now Gravenberch is not in midfield anymore, which means
mm,
we progressed the ball up until midfield. We looked a little bit
switch.
dangerous, and then we immediately got hit on the counter again. And that's why it became a bit of a back to front type of game
I'm
toward
gonna be
the end.
honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. In the last 10 minutes of the game, I thought it was anyone's game. Like
Same.
it
It,
was.
it, it was.
I
It
was at
was.
that point that if I take an L, it's going to hurt. And
But you
I
can
wouldn't want to take
understand
an
it.
L. But I can understand because like the
Same.
game was like all over the
Same.
place. And then
Yeah.
in the last 5 minutes, that's where I felt that we started to grab the game by the
You
scruff of
mean
the neck
after the 90?
after the 90th.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where
Yeah. I agree
we
with you.
started grabbing the
I agree
game by
with
the
you.
scruff of the neck and controlling it. Um, Vet comes on, and sorry, I'm moving all over. He immediately has an opportunity of creating an assist for Salah, but Salah does something that is unlike him, where
He doesn't hit the target.
he doesn't, and he did it 3 times
He did
in
it three
succession.
times.
Yeah,
Another last season, he comes away with a hat trick.
are
Oh,
we
at
shipping
least two.
him, Mastilena Ripik? Are we
No,
shipping
no,
him?
no. I'm going to go back to the Jota thing, right? Because he seemed probably more, what's the word, influenced by it than anybody else. Because as I said, he was a guy crying on the pitch afterwards. He he's probably about 2 or 3% off where he should be. He's a little bit cloudy mentally, and that is literally the difference at this level. It's the difference between Mo Salah from last season and your average winger is that little 2 3% and clarity of mind. I don't think he has the clarity of mind. I hope he can sort it out. I I think he will sort it out because that's just the type of person he is. My question is, will he sort it out quickly enough? Because the league can run away from you very, very quickly. We're not competing for fourth where you can sort of fizzle and then come back and fizzle and come back. You need to get your shit in order. So, do I think he'll sort it out? Yes. Do I think he'll sort it out in time? That remains to be seen.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we also need to factor in the fact that when you're league champs, teams actually go in and do a lot more
Study.
research on you.
Yeah.
So they study you, and the following season everyone's prepared because that's the benchmark, right? I mean, if you can do well against the team that won the league last season, you're pretty much on the right track for the other
For the
team,
fighting
right?
chance. Yeah.
Yeah. So the most important thing, and people must never, and especially I'm a champion for 4 years in a row before Liverpool won it, is you always have to reinvent something,
Yep.
and that's what Arne Slot's going to try to do. And once he gets it right, a lot of teams are going to be in trouble. I watched Frimpong on the right back, and Frimpong is very dangerous. I think what they try to do is to get him much wider so that Salah can be much closer to Ekitike, sort of like a
Yeah, but the opposite is happening. Salah is
yeah,
the one holding the width. So
yeah.
even though they're trying to do that, it's not working. And I think what will sort that out is time on the training ground. Unfortunately, we
Yeah.
don't have time on the training ground, but that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, well, that's the nature of this season. Not many people have much time, especially teams like City and Chelsea and all the teams that
Mm.
go to the Club World Cup as well. It's just,
We're not going to talk about a team that has a lot of time on the training ground because there's one that has a lot, but
yeah.
Yeah, because
we'll
they
put
play
them
one
one
What's
game a
side.
week. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think are we good with Liverpool? We can move on to
I
other
actually want to
teams.
talk about Chelsea because, like, okay, Nguban, I know you said it could have gone both ways, but I
Yeah.
think that's actually I think you guys should have won the game before it got to that stage.
No, yeah.
I think
The
I think
come
you were on
the
top. I thought
equalizer.
yeah, the equalizer was okay. When the equalizer came, it wasn't against the run of play, but the like how we fought back into that game, you guys should not have allowed that. We should have been 2-0 down before that goal went in, right?
Okay.
I thought that young boy whose name I'm not going to try to pronounce played really really well.
Esteval.
The no the center back, the young
Ito.
kid, like he's 19.
Oh, Ajimpong.
Yes, he
Oh,
did.
it's
He actually did really, really well. And
No,
Barry
but in
Shield did not look like Barry Shield. I don't know who that was. That was not the Barry Shield that I remember. That was a
yeah, he
solid
was.
Premier League centre back.
Yeah, yeah.
Cucurella, I'm not sold on Cucurella.
You
But
don't have to.
James,
I think
James
with
and Gusto
Cucurella.
did.
Mhm.
They were so good. James and Gusto. It looked like James started in midfield and then went to right back, and Gusto started at right back and then went to midfield. That was really good. Sorry, that was
yeah.
really good because that confused us. And then Caicedo was my man of the match. He absolutely dictated that entire game,
Fucking hell, dude.
and not just because of the goal, not just
That
because of the goal.
you speak on Caicedo. I think the fighting spirit that he had, because like everyone had written him off that he was a 100 mil flop, because they were comparing him to what's his name, to Rice, because they sold in around the same time for around about the
Mm,
same figure.
yeah,
And I think Rice was considered he is brilliant because of those two
My
free kicks
brother,
that he took
please don't
against.
bring
I
English.
know.
Don't bring.
look, I don't think
Don't.
I don't think
Like,
Declan Rice is a bad player at all, and I don't
But
think 100 mil
Caicedo,
was an
Caicedo,
overspend at all. But
no,
he's
no,
not in
the
this
English
conversation.
premium,
He's
the English
exactly,
premium.
but
yeah.
also he has made Arsenal a better team. He has scored some winners for them. It's not just those two free kicks. He has shored up the midfield. He has improved them to the level that we'd want a player of that caliber to improve them. But he's not in
100
this
mil.
conversation. He's
I
not in the
hear it.
conversation of who are
We'll
the
wait
best
for
midfielders in
Tuchel.
the league. He's not in the conversation of Caicedo. He's not in the conversation of Rodri. And I'll even put Gravenberch in there. He's not in the conversation of Gravenberch either. And he's not in the
We lost
conversation
Rodri
of
again, by the
McAllister
way.
last season. So he's good, yes. Top five, arguably. Number one, fuck no.
He's
You
English,
said
man.
that
He's
out
always
loud.
gonna be sold. He's always gonna be sold that dream, man. So whenever I hear that discussion of trying to say compare Caicedo, Wada Wada to Rice, I just don't listen to it because I just know it's just noise coming from English media
Hmm.
and the likes, and it's always gonna be the case. I mean, Grealish, the guy cleared the ball off of his shins and it went in today. Yeah, in the weekend. And all of a sudden it's Grealish, it's
Is
Wada
is
Wada, and all of a sudden,
world class
bro,
beater, and this is against who are they playing?
come on.
Palace. But anyway,
Palace.
um, I'm gonna be very quick with my team because I think we've spoken on a few points around the game. Um, concerns. Pedro, I don't know whether he was like otherwise occupied, and this is Pedro up front. He's not giving me for the past 2 3 games. He's not giving me what I ask of him. Don't know whether he's tired or he's exhausted or
Are you
combination of
sending him
tiredness
emails or
exhaustion.
WhatsApps?
WhatsApps. And then and then Ganacho. I didn't like Ganacho before he joined.
He played
But
well.
he
He
did
played well.
what yeah, he did what was asked of him in that he hugged the touchline. I don't want to. I feel for him in that he is coming in with a reputation, and the reputation is of a diver. That incident with Sabaslai, I felt was a pen. I don't know whether I was biased, but everyone's got a different view to that. Where he first tries to pull his arm towards so that he's out of balance. Is not yeah, he's out of balance, and then he gently nudges him, and then everyone views that as a dive. I'm comfortable
I
with
don't think it
one,
was a
but the three
dive. I
points
don't think it was a
they
dive, but I don't think
perceived
it
it.
was a
It was
pen
perceived
either.
as a dive. So if it's not a
Yeah, he got
dive and
booked
he
for it.
yeah he did.
Yeah,
So you get
because
booked
you
for it.
Anyway,
carry
So
because
that's wrong.
you carry a reputation.
Yeah.
So
which
if
is
I'm a
why I
ref, if I'm
started.
a ref, sometimes I'll book you in the tunnel. Before we come out, I'll book you in the tunnel for your first
You're
dive.
gonna
Next time you
dive.
dive, you're going off.
Balotelli.
Yeah. And then Gusto and James, that interchanging that you're speaking on, I loved it. It worked, but Gusto needs to have an understanding of what to do with the ball because he gets himself in these positions if he's in the middle where he pushes and no one is marking him, he pushes more and then he gets confused. Because
Mm.
that's where the discipline comes in with being a natural midfield player, in that you have an understanding, the broad understanding of of the whole pitch compared to when he plays on the wings, where he is more focused on this side. So his view on either on the left or on the right is not present. His what they call it at the driving school, peripheral view. Anyway,
Peripheral.
um, yeah. The win and the passion that the manager gets. Sorry, yeah, he gets overwhelmed by the whole the way the goal comes about and he's on a yellow and he's been speaking about to the players about discipline and because we've got a record now of 4 games and 4 reds. Unacceptable. You can't sustain that. It will come back and haunt you in the long run, be it the injuries from the club world cup that we've got and now you're adding this ill manner that now we are starting to have in the team slowly creeping in. And we spoke on reputation as a player that one tackle, next thing it's a red, and you're out. But anyway, the 2 games that we lost, red cards and. But overall, I'm happy. I don't have anything to complain about. I love that we stuck to our game plan right up until the last minute. The goal that actually comes in is a result of Salah not tracking back, Cucurella making the run, and Salah decides, well, you know what, I'm gonna wait here, and this is out, not even outside the box. He's gonna, I'm gonna wait here for when we decide to be offensive, so that I'm an option. But in doing so, he's overwhelmed his defense. It works for us brilliantly in that it's a simple 2 passes from the wing. They get the ball in the box, and lo and behold, who's present? I don't know who was marking Esteval, who fell asleep because they only realized when the ball came in, and that
It was Robbo.
reactiveness, yeah, that
It was
reactiveness is
Robbo.
what like by then it was too late because
But also
uh,
before the ball
he
came
was already
in,
on the back
it's
foot.
because yeah, and it's also because Gravenberg. You watch it again. Gravenberg pushes up and leaves that space, and that's how the ball comes in. Let's say Nguban, I'm agreeing with you 100%, right? But let's say Gravenberg drops like how Van Dijk dropped. He intercepts that ball across, and then he plays it through, and now Salah's on the counter, right?
No,
Then we'd say, oh,
which is
but
the
Salah
game
was
plan.
really clever for staying
No,
up.
no,
So
totally
that was his
understand.
game plan. It failed
No,
because we had a midfielder playing at centre back.
no, I totally understand. And Kukre, I'd agree with that. It's early in the season, but this man is a fighter. I'll have him. I don't want him. I don't want him as an opponent because he's an irritation. He likes playing the villain, and everyone. It's an act for him where everyone now has to boo him and. But
Yeah,
when it comes to football,
it's only because Vardiol's now a centre back again. But we'll let you guys have that.
We'll let. Thank you. But yeah, with my team, I'm more than happy. And I love for this kid who I feel has got like he is bubbling under. He just needs a bit of he needs minutes and he needs discipline. And he is gonna take over the world. He is something. He is
Discipline. Why discipline?
there's oh
I
dude,
think he
there's
needs
this thing with
guidance, but I don't know about discipline. I think
Who's
he just
this?
needs guidance. He needs a big brother. That's what he needs. He needs an older brother to
Who's
show him
this?
the way. Estevao.
Esteval.
Yeah, but everyone at Chelsea is his age.
That's the
Which
problem. That's the
what's his
problem.
name? Tosin is 26 and they call him uncle.
And he's the uncle, exactly, because he is the uncle. He's the only player there and he's mid to late 20s. Everybody
Yeah.
else is a teenager. And I fear that that's where Estevao will fall short because he doesn't need a senior player ahead of him. He needs maybe Cole Palmer can be that for him because Cole Palmer
I
is
actually
not
forgot. I
young.
forgot about Palmer.
Yeah, maybe Cole Palmer can be that for him.
The Chelsea of last season,
You don't
guys.
think so? Jeez.
If we're being honest, hold on. Chelsea of last season without Palmer, you could see a contrast. It was chalk and cheese. This Chelsea without Palmer, the drop is not that high. The drop exists, but it's not that high. And yeah,
I hope Mike is listening to this show, bro. You just probably made him
he
the
is.
happiest man in the
Nah,
world
he
to hear you
is.
say
He
that.
is. Anyway, let's move on
Jeez, do
to
you not have a question for Ngubane?
Mm. I'm not gonna say anything because now clearly he's explaining. He's trying to answer it in diagonally. I see you,
let's move
Bobani. I
on.
see you.
In London,
London is not where my mind and the CJ
is
campus.
not, is not. I think everyone assumes that he is safe. I think the lifestyle that comes with being a footballer is the same
Everywhere.
across the board.
Yeah.
It's. I'll give you a few players top of my head. What's his name? That City player whose career was ruined. What's his name? Mendy. Is Mendy?
Benjamin
Yeah,
Mendy.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Benjamin Mendy. It's that way a night of fun turns into
You know
all
what
wise.
Chelsea needs? Chelsea needs to get uh Thiago Silva into the
It,
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
backroom stuff. That's what
yeah,
you
he's still
guys need.
playing there in Brazil, isn't
But
he?
but the thing is, if he's a backroom staff, there's also a bit of a power dynamic, right? Because then you're seen as more coaching and less
Yeah,
player.
you got yeah, yeah.
You need a senior player in that team. You need like I don't know. Chelsea were always very good at picking up these old guys to come in for a season or two and then let them
That's
go
United. Isn't that
afterwards.
United?
Yeah, United as well did it with Hendrik Larsson and when
Mm.
Rooney was going off the boil,
Falcao
they
and all these
they
guys, yeah.
pulled in Hendrik Larsson and then
And
Rooney's like,
Zlatan
okay, I
and
need to now get my. You guys need to do something
My
like that.
retirement
Get
money.
in some
My
experience.
retirement money.
Yeah,
yeah.
but not as like you're going to be. I'm going to hang my hat on you. I'm going to pay you the most. As in, yeah, I want you as a squad player. I want you in and around the squad. You'll come in to see off
But like
games.
who's available? Which player of that ilk that has
We
done
can
it all? Be
we
it
can sell you guys Nathan Ake.
I know. Ake is the
Yeah,
same
and
age
he's a
as
Chelsea boy.
with
Yep,
Tosin. Yeah, he is
that's
a
why
Chelsea
I'm
boy.
naming. Hmm.
Nah. I
That's
think
the
we
plan.
could. Talking about selling us players, let's talk about your team. You, I watched the second half, and by then it was like done. But I'm not gonna lie. You concern me. And when I say concern
There's
me,
nothing
is it
I
me?
think
My
you
to
lose
network?
it.
watch.
No, I think it's cheese.
Oh, okay.
We've lost
Um,
you, cheese. Come
yeah,
back.
these
Guban
guys
is answering
concern
your
me.
question.
The city of old will like freaking go out and want to embarrass you with
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 goals and whatnot. This city, they've got that freaking giant up front, sorry, at the back there, Donnarumma, who top tier. I think a
Thou
lot
shalt
of
not pass.
Yes, a lot of clubs that were looking for manager, sorry, for keepers, Mr. Trick there in Donnarumma. He's present. He has his moments where I feel he gets bored. But Donnarumma as a keeper, that's a good
Yeah,
solid
but
foundation to start off with.
every club generally has a keeper now. So for us, as soon as we heard that he wasn't staying, it was a perfect decision because Edison always wanted out anyway. So we had to go get a replacement. I mean,
Nah,
he's what,
that
maybe
that
two,
that
3 years
they
younger.
top tier. And
Yeah.
then your robot up front in Haaland, fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, no, he's improved a lot. I think
He has the
I
way
posted in the group. Mm,
the way he bullied his way to score that goal.
yeah. For me, it's not even that, right? Because I mean, when he first came, we always knew that was his trait. But now the way he wants to help defend corners, how he wants
Mm.
to help
Yeah.
track back, that's a guy who's looking to be our captain. Um,
Well, he's gonna be
and
there for he's gonna be there for 10 years because he needs to sign a 10-year
yeah,
contract.
and his build-up play. His build-up play has improved quite a lot. I think he has a good relationship with Foden as well, so that helps him. But his build-up play has improved quite a bit. And I said in the group, if we didn't have Haaland, we'd be definitely a mid-table team. We'd be like a Palace or a Newcastle. Well, Newcastle's the Champions League now, but we would be a mid-table team because we are so dependent on what he does, and it now it's starting to come to the effect of what he does, even in like corners and set pieces. He's pulling people in the right position. He's shouting at people, and he's making clear that we we, we can't win 4 leagues in a title and then just start losing games
Mm.
like willy nilly and nobody cares. But we're still not playing well, Kobana. I say it every
I
single
I
time.
love I love I love I
The
love
the
it
thing is
that you're not playing well, but you're collecting 3 points.
the thing is, cheese. You guys, okay? Yes, you're not where you were, but I think Pep is slowly figuring out how to set up your team, how to beat the
Thank
opposition.
you.
He's not this team will not be that 100-point team. It's not going to happen. You're not going to play that type of football, right? But I think Pep is smart enough and he's putting his pieces in the right place. And I think you'll get wins. And I'm concerned because I want Slot to be doing that. And Slot, he will do it. I think he will do it. But Pep's now ahead of him in that. Maybe it's because
Yeah,
Pep's had a season to think about it. But Slot needs to catch up. If Slot can catch up and do what Pep is doing, then I think we will win the league. But it depends on how long it takes to catch up. If it takes him another 3 months, the league's gone by then.
Nah, not even 3 months.
yeah.
I'd say
Pep,
next 5 games.
Pep. You
Mm,
remember,
Five games is 3 months.
Pep was single for almost 8 months or something. He had a lot of time to think. So, so one of the key things that he realized is that he's not a good defensive coach. He realized to himself that after last season, even if we tried to keep the ball, and we were just defending so badly. Now, I am so confident in the way we defend. Even guys like Matheus Nunes and stuff. I mean, the other time we considered penalties. Unfortunately, we actually kicked the ball. The guy headers his foot. It's a high foot. Yes, it's a penalty. But we defend much better. We have a keeper now who actually is solid in terms of making saves and commanding the box, which we've never
Yeah.
had maybe in like forever. And we're actually defending well. I'm seeing Ruben Diaz being much of leader. I'm so happy that Guardiola is back playing centre back because I think he's going to be one of the best in the world if he continues to play there.
He's quick.
And
He's quick.
I think
He is
I
quick.
think once we have all our cards back fit again and everyone gets a good enough rest, then City will start to play much better. I mean, Rodri, we're forcing him back because the team is struggling. He's gone again. He
Yeah.
picked up a calf
Yeah.
injury this weekend because
Hmm.
someone can't make a 5 yard pass. See those sort of small things. We have Rodri out for 4 weeks now because you can't pass a ball.
I think we've lost him again.
He's fucking angry.
That
um,
happen
but
You're back, Cheese. You're back.
happen in the team. Just creating.
oh no, but
You're
I'd
gone
like to say
again.
Yeah, I'd like to say first and foremost, you know what, if Pep, because you know what he did, right? He gets everyone caught up in this whole thing that a keeper should be able to play from the back and play these brilliant number 10 passes and whatnot. This season, he's gone and said, yeah, I'm taking that out the window. I need a keeper who can do one thing and one thing only for now. Be present, be a keeper, make saves. Now, everyone is caught up in this hype of like wanting ball players. Because remember, there was the premise that they got rid of David De Gea
Mm.
at
At
thingy because they
United.
wanted, yeah, they wanted
Onana.
a ball player.
They wanted a
Meanwhile,
midfielder.
thank you. Meanwhile, what's his name? David has a better save ratio as compared to Onana. But anyway, with Man City, I'm not gonna lie, they have me concerned.
Mhm.
With what I saw over the weekend, and this is not a team that's like in full flow. But they're collecting points and just moving on.
Okay, I don't think
The
Cheese is going to come back. They have an outage, an internet outage, so that's why he keeps dropping.
Oh, fun and games, fun and games.
Mm.
Yeah, and I don't know, you anything more you want to add on City before we move on and close the show on
Johnny Reinders, I want to speak about him because he's
Get me
so
excited.
silky and he
Ah,
looks so dangerous, but he's
yeah,
just not putting the ball in the back of the net. I
yeah.
don't know why. He's everything except the finish. But yeah,
Ah,
I like watching that boy play.
I do.
I'm
I say yeah.
excited for the Netherlands to watch a double pivot of Gravenberch and Reinders.
I like tracking him when he's on the field and he's making all these off the ball runs,
Yeah,
and then he slows down. He's not the fastest, and then he slows down.
it's here.
First touch, brilliant. Yeah,
It's
first
here.
touch, brilliant. And then he almost like buys time in that he is looking for other players. I think he is going to be the assist merchant more than the goal scorer that we're
I
looking for.
I
I don't know
think
if that
he's
makes
gonna be
sense.
the player who assists the assister,
Oh, the
provided
ball
that
before, the
Savino and
ball
Doku
before.
can. Yeah, provided Savino and Doku can actually turn up with the numbers. Win those aerial balls and present at the back, saying Maguire for Arsenal. Dude is present. Yeah, I want to talk about Arsenal.
Let's talk about Arsenal.
Arsenal are. I
Going
would
about
not be surprised if Arsenal fans are starting to believe. Tato, are you starting to believe?
He'll type it out. Yes.
He'll type it out.
Yeah.
This is the first time that I'm not being dismissive of them when they are starting to believe. I'm not starting to believe personally, but I can see it. And the reason why is at the start of the season, we all gave Arteta shit for not being brave enough and not going and trying to win the game. Instead of he was been settling for a draw. That's gone now. Now he looks like he wants blood. And Eze is such a good player. And I think now this is the second time where he's played both Odegaard and Eze in that midfield. And that's showing this man he wants it. He
Yeah.
wants to win games. And now I think, yeah, you
Nah.
gotta keep one eye on them. You gotta keep one eye on them. I don't think they'll do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Um, with this game, this past weekend against West Ham, I was watching the game and I don't remember a shot on target by West Ham. I don't. I'd have to just like double check the stats.
Oh,
If
what's his
anyone
name?
remembers,
Fulkirk had one, but he sort of looped it.
is it?
So it was a header from a corner.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Um,
threatening at all.
yeah. I think with it was the right game to try out Eze and Odegaard.
Odegaard. Mm.
Yeah, it allowed. Would he do it when it's against a better side, like a
Yeah,
top
yeah.
four, top
We've
five?
got that remains not
That
even a top four, top five. Would he do it against a side that will press him? Would he do it against Brentford,
against Palace.
against Palace?
Mm.
Would he do it
Because now
against a
the
side
ask,
where he will not win the midfield battle with one midfielder?
yeah, because now the ask would be for Zibu. I always get this boy's
Zubimendi.
name. Yes, Mr. Mendy himself. He both players, both Martin and Eze, defensively, I don't think that's their strong point. So that's the ask. Sure, fine, they might try and block play and whatnot, but
It's not where you
because
want them.
it's not where you want them. So with West Ham, you're allowed because West Ham's defense is slow as dog shit.
Atrocious.
Yeah,
The
they
kid
are
Diouf
fucking.
at left back, I think he got injured in that game. I think there's a player there.
It's
There's
just that he's
something of a
surrounded.
player there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's surrounded
Jared Bowen
by
is always sort of pulling out rabbits.
for
So
them.
yeah,
Somerville, I don't really trust. I don't know why
Ah,
they spend that big money from Leeds. He's
he's got
okay, but
pace,
he's
but he
not.
doesn't know how to use it.
He's a speed merchant. He
But he
runs.
doesn't know how to. He
He
doesn't.
runs and he leaves everybody behind. And that
Yes,
German striker that they have, Fulkrug,
Fulkrug.
yeah, I don't know what they
He
because I
hasn't
think they
settled.
spent,
He hasn't
they
settled.
spent off about 650 bar there, if I'm not mistaken, or it was somewhere there.
I,
I can't remember the
I
exact
think
figure, but it
I
was quite
saw a
a
stat about West Ham strikers since Dean Ashton got injured. Now, well, Dean Ashton retired young, and this must have been in 2006, 2007, a long ass time ago. Dean Ashton. Since then, they've spent I don't know how much on strikers, but
it's
that
oh
goal return has been so atrocious that
yeah.
actually their defenders in that time have scored more goals than their strikers.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. They I don't know what's going on there. They need to sort themselves out. Otherwise they're going to be blowing bubbles in the
I,
freaking
I like
championship at
Kato's
this
answer.
rate. I cannot
I
predict
think that's a
May
correct
results in
answer, Tato.
October. It's too early to comment. I like that we're getting clean sheet and playing different ball games every match. And we getting we're not complaining about the size of the ball now. Okay, cool. And getting some results. Yeah. I like what you're doing, but I'm not gonna comment much on against I think there's
West
certain
Ham.
sides that I don't there's certain sides oh, sorry, wrong one. There's certain sides that I don't want to comment on because they give you like a false sense of hope that actually moving forward. But the past four games that I've been watching Arsenal, I do watch, and it's not a hate watch. It's I thoroughly enjoy Arsenal's football. Is in the middle, fucking brilliant. If I could, I'd also watch the Bundesliga. Sorry, yeah, the German league, so I can see that Olise boy because I love him. Every time I see him on Champions League, I'm like top tier.
Yeah.
With Arsenal, um, let's see. Let's add I don't wish ill on anybody. Let's add a couple of injuries and let's
Mm,
see how it pans out. His bench is quite stacked. He's got talent, but let's see the fall off that everyone speaks of in your replacement. How far off are we from whom you're replacing or whoever you're replacing?
two questions, both to Tato and you, Ngubane. Is it still Saka that if Saka gets injured, now that's your season being derailed? I still think he's a wonderful, wonderful footballer. And my second question is, what do we think really of Gyökeres?
I'll start with Jokeres.
Mm,
Unknown, still a huge question mark.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
feel all
But
of his goals.
it's not a no. It's a I
No,
just want to
no,
see a
no,
little
it's
bit
not.
more.
Yeah, his goals are not from play from other players in the team. Be it like a brilliant pass from like a Odegaard or a pass from Eze. He's one of those rough strikers that
Yeah, he
love doing
bullies
things
his way in.
themselves. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's that. He's not appreciative, but I don't see him bringing out other players into the game
yeah,
and being involved. But I need to see more of it,
yeah.
more
Same,
of him
same.
and that's that. And then with Saka, he is he's like there's three teams I dislike. It's Man United, it's Arsenal, and I think Liverpool comes into that equation at some point. Um, Saka, out of all those, I've got a soft spot for the kid. He is freaking brilliant. And I think I started having even a softer spot for him when that whole incident happened in the Euros, and I
Yeah,
think he missed the
yeah.
penalty with
100%.
Sancho. Yeah, I
100%.
from then on I was like, you know what?
This
He
kid,
is
this kid,
this.
because
There's
to have
something there.
the balls to step up at 19, I think he was, to
Yeah,
take that penalty.
and you
Like,
knew the
we need
impact.
to be
You knew
results
what it
independent
meant.
about this.
Yeah.
Exactly,
So
exactly. And he knew the abuse he was going to get if he missed.
nah, yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah. So from then on, I've always had a soft spot for the kid. I think right now, Eze for me is going to be crucial because I don't know how long Odegaard is going to be out for because I saw that he picked up an injury this past
Injured
weekend.
again. Yep.
Yeah. So Eze now needs to step up so that that whole he was the main man at Palace now needs to
Now he
happen
needs
here.
to be the main man at Arsenal, which
Thank
is
you.
a completely different Arsenal.
It's a totally different
It's like a
Arsenal.
different sport. But yeah, he's got to. And Martinelli's getting those goals. Trossard. Yeah, I agree with Trossard. It's fan
Yeah.
fave, so they will
So
tolerate him.
yeah. So my my
Mm.
my my 2 cents on Arsenal and the questions that you've asked. Let's add the games thick and fast and a bit of injuries, and let's see. Because I think that's where champions are defined.
Yeah,
Last season was very boring. You guys just like fucking went through. Yeah, you like
it was done in
hot
January.
knife. Yeah, hot knife through butter. And I don't think this season is going to be one of those.
No,
We've got two things
and
that
I
are
said that
affecting
at
that.
the start as well. I said at the start it was not going to be like last season.
Yeah,
You're not going
this
to win. You don't need 90 points to win the league this season. I mean, you didn't need it last season, but we were so far ahead of January. What Saka is? Yeah, but he's what Eze gives you is a little bit of
he's got the magic.
unpredictability.
Thank you.
What
He's
So
got
with
the magic
Saka,
dust. He's
you
got
know what
that.
he's going to do,
Thank
and
you.
it's just about can I stop him? Oh, how do I stop him? And can I stop him? If I can't stop him, I can't stop him, but I know what he's going to do. With Eze, you just don't know. You don't know he's going right, he's
And
going
and
left,
and,
he's
and
going
remember,
through you, over you, under you. But
and
he's
then he
going.
can slow it down. He can slow it down. He can like stop,
Yes,
and then he control.
yes,
He's got that magic dust. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Tato. That's it's your player and whatnot, and we shouldn't be oogling like we're doing. But that boy is, yeah, he
he's got it.
is. He just needs to express himself even more. And I'm not wishing any injuries. I'm just saying let's add because I
I
think
think
this season.
a key player there is actually Gabriel. I think Saliba's the better defender. Tato again chime in on this. I think Saliba is the more talented defender. But I think Gabriel is the one that organizes
He's
that
the leader.
backline.
He's the one.
Yeah,
He's the player that you're saying is missing at Chelsea.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't think he's as good a defender in terms of ability and silk as Saliba,
No,
but
I
I
mean,
think
Gabriel
he's
contributes with his goals also.
yes, and I think last season Saliba also looked a lot worse when Gabriel wasn't there. So I think that's more the key player. Calafiori, I don't think he has that same leadership quality. I like Timber. I know I've seen people in the group hate on Timber, but I like
I'm not
Timber.
a.
Yeah,
I don't like his
I don't know.
antics.
He's okay. I don't like his antics, but
You
he's
look past the
smart. He
antics.
doesn't give the ball away.
Yeah,
He's
you're a better
he's a
man.
bit
You're a
he's a
better
bit
man.
annoying. He's a bit like Cucurella, where he's a bit annoying. He doesn't
Ah,
mind being the villain, but he's got that
yeah,
touch of class to him as well. I like him. I think he's a I mean, I wouldn't say he's the
you're a
best right
better
back in
man.
the
I
league,
think
but
I don't like his
yeah,
antics, so it's like fuck him because he's not in my team. If he was in my team, I'd be
you'd
saying,
love
yeah,
it.
I like the
You'd
kid.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you are wanting to talk about Man United. I saw this. Did you name your baby Enzo? No, no. I actually named him after Enzo Ferrari. I don't know if you guys know Enzo Ferrari because I'm hoping to be stunting in a Ferrari. I'm joking, man.
To
His
be
name,
driving a
full name.
Ferrari Enzo.
Nah, I'm joking. His full name is Enzo Guhle, which means I'll explain it some other time. Do you want to talk about Emrin and his boys?
I want to talk about a team that people are not talking about enough.
Spurs. Let me guess.
Thank you. What
Yeah,
do you think of
I
Spurs? I
I,
like them.
I like
like
them
okay,
too.
X knows
I
this.
think the
I've been
problem
talking
with
about that
you.
manager for a long time. I
I was
really like
waiting
that
for that.
manager.
The problem is that you've got a crush on Frank, and you so everything that he touches, you are like, yeah, I'm
I
there.
like
You're jizzing all over
I
it.
think he's a good okay, do you think he's not a good manager?
I think he is. I think
I think he's such
he's
a
a
good
man
manager.
of class. He's a man of class. He speaks his mind, and
Hmm.
he doesn't. What's the word? I don't see him ever betraying his word.
He doesn't
He's
seem
got that.
fake.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking
It's
for.
like
He is.
I gave the example when I said Klopp said the cheesiest things, and yet the players at that cheesy thing look like they're going to run through brick walls for him. Arteta says the same thing, and you look at him and you're like, "Ah, what's this
Like,
guy on about?" Yeah,
yeah.
because Arteta doesn't believe it. I think Frank is genuine. I think he believes what he says, and I think those players will run through brick walls for him.
And he's got that. He's got that respect about him, man. I fuck with the
Yeah,
manager like that. He's old school.
yeah.
Like
You see, you
when he
also
comes
have a
in.
crush on him.
Don't say that out loud. No, but like when he comes in, he's like there's a bit of authority, there's that aura around, and then he speaks and he's very fluent and he's very precise in what he's
Yeah,
saying. And I was like, I like this. I
and
like
he's
this
got the
manager.
banter as well. Like and it's not rude banter. It's not Jose. It's
Which
just I'm getting it, so I'm giving it back a little.
yeah, which is the exact opposite of that Man United manager whom I feel
He was
talks too
just getting
much.
it,
No, he
but
fucking
he
talks
doesn't
too
know how to
much.
give it back. He does when he gives it back. He basically gives it to his players
Tucks,
instead
yeah,
of
tucks
giving
his
it back to
players.
the media.
Yeah. Yeah. Spurs. I'm very, very
I
impressed.
like
I
kudos.
didn't think that they were gonna make it as quickly as they're going
Yeah,
to transform their game as quickly as they did, but they have. I love Kudus. They're gonna miss him
Afcon.
come Afcon.
No.
Just like
But also
Semenyo is going to
that
be
young
missed.
French kid played well yesterday. Previously, it was Sa that was playing the 10 role, who was playing really well.
Which
Um,
guy? Simmons, Chavi,
no, no,
Chavi
no, no,
Simmons,
no.
or the other bit.
Odobe, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Uh,
Simmons, I think, hasn't settled yet,
he hasn't, but
but I think
he's got
he's got it.
touches.
He's got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's there, but it's not there, but it's there, kind of thing.
shoot,
And
they may tell
Romero,
shine.
can we talk about Romero? Because last year the criticism was that he lost his head all the
Yeah, he
time.
was gone. He was going to
But I
Syria.
think he's got the discipline now. He also looks a lot more classy and a lot more mature, I want to say. And
So
I,
see,
I,
see,
I
see.
like I like that team. Yeah, because you're an Arsenal fan. I like that team, and I think they're not going to win the league. Iraola is another one that I think the bigger club should be looking at. Nuno, I think he's had his chance. Maybe just his style of football is not conducive to winning the league. But Iraola, like guys, Bournemouth, I had them going down, and they look better than they were
Far
last
from it.
season
Yeah,
after
far from
losing
it.
half their team.
Yeah, far from it. That rebuilding that's going on there and the goals that they're scoring. Fucking hell, dude.
Mm,
You.
yeah,
Mm. Um, Simmons is for me. He's going to settle, and I think they put him in that 10 role, and he was very expressive. Also, you were speaking about Romero. I think Romero had a dinner with Frank, and Frank told him like, "Listen, we expect more from you."
yeah,
Because like right now he's carrying himself like the captain. Sure, fine. He gets the odd yellow and whatnot. He hasn't gotten a red card, and we hope that he doesn't get 5 yellows, which would in turn be a red or suspension for the next game. But I think they're just grinding away results, and everyone makes fun of them whenever they have that blip where they lose a game and whatnot. But they're grinding away results,
yeah.
beautifully
But
so.
also, even when they lose, you're still like, okay, but they played well today. It's like how we lost against Chelsea, where we could have won. It
Mm.
wouldn't have been fair if we won. You guys were the better team, but like even the games that they
No,
lost, they could
had
have
you
won.
put that off last minute, it would have like okay, cool. That's them doing their thing.
Yeah, yeah, and I also want to talk about who I actually think is the best left back in the league, Destiny Udogie. What a player! What a player! I like how how did he go under the radar?
And he's still going under the radar. Not a lot of people
He's
are actually
still
paying
going under
attention
the
to him.
radar.
Yeah.
But I
Mm.
think he's the best left back in the league. I think you'll
What
say
nationality is that
Zuccarello.
kid?
He's Italian, I think.
Okay.
Like how
Okay.
Balotelli was Italian,
Makes
so
sense.
Italian but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really.
It will make sense. Well, why the discipline in that position?
Yeah,
Because he's good on the ball. He's good off the ball,
mm,
and I like
and
him.
here
I
it's here.
actually like him.
I like
And
him.
then Porro as well. I think what is he? He's Spanish or Italian? Sorry,
He's
Spanish or
Spanish,
Argentinian.
Spanish,
One of the
Spanish.
two. I've got him on my fantasy team. Reason being, he's got a goal in him.
Mm.
if not an assist.
And he
So
does.
that
He
yeah,
does. He's looking dangerous. He plays more like a winger, though. I think that's my one concern in that Spurs team because he does get caught out, and he gets caught out high and wide.
but you've
Um,
got Paulinho who has a very
yeah,
good
that's a
reading of the game,
yep, yep. And
and
Pape
then
Matesa, who has been he played the 10 role at
yeah,
the start of the
and then now
season,
you. But it isn't it brilliant that you've got a player like Sal coming off the
the
bench,
bench.
and
Yeah,
you know he's got he's got goals in him.
yeah.
Whatever happened to that they had that African boy who had a fight with Frank? I just didn't follow
Basuma.
the story. Mbesuma, yeah, what happened to him?
Well, okay, I also didn't really follow the story. I don't know if it was a fight with Frank, but if there
He
is
was
a
late.
falling out, if
Yeah,
there
yeah, he
is a
was
falling
late.
out, right,
Mhm.
and he's been dropped and the team has been performing better than last season, that's
He's
another
been
win for Frank in my book.
yeah. I think there was a story around he was late consistently late for training,
Yeah,
and Frank was like, I'm not having none of that. I don't know. I'd never like they ship him out or yeah.
the thing
We'll
is,
find
right,
out.
define late because a minute late or 2 minutes late is like, Ish, there was an old lady crossing the robot.
Yeah, but it can't be
But
every.
it can't be every day. But like 15 minutes late happens once, there was traffic, fine. Happens twice, my guy, what's going on?
You're already starting with the drills. Like I think corporate has a rule that if you in a Teams meeting 7 minutes late is considered to be late. That
Yeah.
7 or 6 minutes is considered like that's that's the welcome. But still, guys, like 6 minutes
The
in, you're
you
already
start
starting with your
recording after
drills.
3 minutes.
Yeah, you're starting
So
with
if
your
you're two
drills,
minutes
and
late,
this
you're
guy
early.
who's a senior in the team is late. The other players are going to be like the younger players are going to be like, ah, come on, this guy. And it cannot be that you are just known for being late.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a form of disrespect for me. That's how I view it.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. So
Look, the team's doing very well without him. So
yeah, they've got
another
fucking
win for Frank.
yeah. I don't know if you are wanting to close it off on anything else that stuck out. Semenyo, another player that we didn't give a shout out as much as we should.
That
Um,
that I think it was his first goal from that angle.
yeah, and I got pissed because I was caught between captaining him or Salah, and I didn't take the gamble.
You and Salah.
I went Salah.
You and Salah against Chelsea. That's very brave. I went
Yeah, man.
Holland.
I know. But yeah, I
But
had some good
after the
returns.
international break, I'm going Salah.
Don't tell us. Don't. You're ruining
I'm
the game now.
no, I'm putting it out there, and I'm telling you, unless there's an injury or something weird happens, after the international break, I'm going Salah. And if I still had my triple captainship, I'd be triple captaining Salah.
Anyway, Villa won. Brighton drew. Newcastle won.
Can we talk about Bruno,
Everton.
the real
You wanna?
Bruno?
Oh,
I
okay, Marish.
guys,
Yes, okay, yeah, we can. I thought you were talking about that other
I
thing.
think
Yeah.
I I was thinking about it because of this best midfielder in the league discussion. I think he's the best midfielder in the league. I
Oof.
genuinely he reminds me of Steven Gerrard. He's everywhere. He does everything. He's scoring goals now as well. He's not okay. He's not on the level of Steven Gerrard yet, but he reminds me of that. How he just takes the responsibility of the team and drives them forward. I saw that in Steven
He's just
Gerrard,
such
and
a
I'm seeing it
captain.
in this guy.
He's
No, he
just a
is the
captain
captain. He is their captain.
already. Oh,
He's
well,
their
and I think he
captain.
came in. He came in last. No, not last year. Last year, yeah,
The season
yeah,
before.
2 seasons back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I view it this way. I love Bruno. He's the only Bruno that I know.
Same.
Or I
Same.
recognize.
Same. He's the only Bruno that I recognize.
Rodri goes to Madrid. And City bring Bruno.
Different type of player though. I don't think Bruno will sit and be the six. You gotta let him. You gotta let him drive.
Well,
You
he
gotta
plays
let
between
him
the
take the
between
team
the six
forward.
and the eight.
Oh, just play him as the eight.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
another manager that's better than Amarim, by the way. Marco Silva.
It's like, dude, like, yeah, let's close it off. United won this weekend. They're celebrating, and
Oh yeah, they're
weird
happy.
as stat that is associated with United. Their last wins are from teams that have been either, barring Chelsea, teams that have either been just
Promoted or
promoted
relegated.
or relegated. Anyway,
I'm keen
I
for the
think we can
game
call
after
it.
the international break.
Oh, I'm looking forward to yeah, the show prior to that game, because that, are you playing the Sunday or the Saturday? It's a Sunday game.
I think it's a Sunday game. I think it's a
Yeah,
Sunday game. I want to
whichever
see
one it
how
is.
many ats I
Super
get in the chat.
Sundays, Super Sundays are always,
Mm.
always. I'm trying to see. Fuck, I won't be able to see. Anyway, I think we can call it, man. Guys, thanks for. I forgot to actually say it in the beginning. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. The guys that are on the chat, love each and every one of you. It's been a good one. Good therapeutic session. You took the L. I took the 3 points. I'm happy. And just in time, three L's in a row, something that you're not used to. But anyway, let's call it, guys. Once again, thank you very much. Let's call it. Where's the end button here? Oh, there we go. End meeting.